Video number 2, consistency here. Just remember to keep uploading and eventually get better. So I don't know exactly what to say here with the second one. So what do you do to try to figure out what to say in the second one? It would be content pillars. Understand what the social media content pillars are. And those are different kind of categories of your videos and subjects within it. So knowing what your profile or your account is about. So mine is about DJing, music, kind of the lifestyle and artistry. So my content pillar, I know I need to do artist journey, behind the scenes, the actual music itself, live performances, and even some tutorials. So I guess I'm combining all that in one video right now. So right now, I know Thursdays I need to keep up to what music is trending right now, top music in the United States for the top 40, and just kind of know what's going. What's the top music right now? I have playlists of what normally works during a event, so like Uptown Funk, Party Rock Anthem, those hits, classic ones that most people do, but kind of overused. So I want to get ones that are like, yeah, everybody knows these are trending, and kind of be on top of things. So the way I do it is I have 4 different places that I go and look at the charts. It used to be, back in my day, it used to just be Billboard. You can see Billboard's top 100 with those, and you can kind of go from there. Now, music is way more diverse. There's not just one monoculture, is what it used to be called. It's now divided up into like, hey, where do you find the music for your specific culture? Which has its pros and cons, makes my life a little bit more difficult, but hey, now what you're interested in, there's actually a community for that, whatever music genre that you're interested in. So I'm still interested in what's the most popular, but it's more popular for the rock crowd, more popular for the dance, for the pop. Has different types of what is the top, so it has different criteria. So the different places I go to now are still Billboard. Now Spotify has 2 playlists, the Hot Hits USA and today's top hits are the top 2 playlists to kind of see what are the most popular. And then the other one, just to like make sure that Billboard has got this new funky algorithm they got going on. Another good one is Metabase. It's all access media base. That has it also broken down into each subgenre. So I'll go through, check each one, and kind of get a gist of what are the top music, what are the top songs right now, so I know what to add to my playlist. So I'll kind of go through easiest one, today's top hits for the first one. It's a public playlist on Spotify. Kind of just go through it, and I like to see what the general feeling of a song is, similar to the Rick Rubin one, is what is the feel that you're going for. Know the venue, so I am more of a upbeat, high energy, danceable type songs, and knowing what goes into a party goes into a what makes people get going, as opposed to a lot of people, what you'll see on Spotify is just what are lo-fi tracks, mood music, that has been trending a lot in recent years, as opposed to what is like everybody talking about. So it's more fragmented, the audiences, as opposed to what everybody talking about. It's now what is the mood. So I need to focus on the high energy kind of party tracks. So you kind of go through. The top one is a Doja Cat song. So this one is a little, okay, I can feel that it's a little high energy going. Maybe a little less. Let's turn that down so you can actually hear me. We're gonna get this down. This is my second video, so you may have lost me at that point, but thank you. Tears, it's from Serena Carpenter, is a kind of a disco type song, as you can hear on this one. No Broke Boys. I like this one. I've heard it before. It is rather dancey song. So I should be able to add that to the playlist. Pretty. Ordinary by Alex Warren. Just such a moody song. So how do I add this to a party playlist to where it's just like to worship, put your hands around. So you could do it if you need the party to have a breather instead of just jumping all the down around. But this one's kind of hard to add. I do have a dance remix to this one, so it kind of just depends on where in the party, the overall event, what time do I need to pull out a well-known song, if it needs to be danceable or it needs to be a more of a moody kind of time. Just kind of check the Hot Hits USA, which has a different somber one, which is his newer one. A little bit more dancey, so I can do that. And then we have Lady Gaga's new one, The Dead Dance. That's a danceable one. And it's trendy. I don't know how long that one's going to last. I could be wrong. It's going to last a long time. My feeling is this one isn't going to last too long in the charts. Luckily, No Broke Boys, I do enjoy that one, except it is an explicit track, and I do not play anything that isn't family. The lyrics have to be clean, so I have to be a clean version of these tracks. Billboard's top 100 charts here. Billboard's top 100 Golden by Huntrix is number 1. Ordinary is still on there. That was on number 1 for quite some time. Then Manchild, What I Want More Than One. I tend to avoid country music. When I first started, country never hit above number 40, and now a Morgan Wallen number 4 it's now number 4 on Billboard. So this is relatively recent for me. The country's this far up on the list. You can kind of see if you go through all of these tracks, all of these songs, which ones are repeating. The ones that are on there more often, you can see that, hey, these more and more people know. Then that can get your audience going that way. It used to be easy just looking at this Billboard chart right now. And I could go off of that, but now just because there are so many different charts that people are listening to in different ways people are listening to music, as opposed to it was just radio. Now streaming has taken over, and how people stream music is different. Each person streams music differently, and their algorithm is different for them. What is served to them, their personalized lists. Our song Tipsy is still on there. It has been on there for 75 weeks. So people will know that, and people are like, I have a general rule of thumb. After a year, I kind of retire it. So this is a year and a half of our song Tipsy. I will retire it, and then after 2 years, if it is still going, I'll put it on again, my playlist. So there's a gap year that some people are taking in college. I take this in my playlist. That after about 6 months, a year-ish, I will take it off. People are like, oh, that's an old song. So our song Tipsy, that's kind of like worn out, I would say, at this point. So even though it is number 16 or 15 on Billboard this week, I would consider it worn out. If it is still there after 2 years, which I have not seen much, I might put it back on, probably will. And sometimes I'll even do what's like considered people like a throwback track, even though it's only 2 years old. It's not so much of a throwback, but it's like, oh yeah, that song. You want that kind of a reaction in an audience. So Bar Song Tipsy after 2 years, so say beginning of next summer, during like maybe prom season next year, so that's spring to summer time, you could then put that back on. People are like, oh yeah, Bar Song Tipsy, that one was great back in the day. I'm like, I remember that sophomore year of high school. Now they're graduating seniors, kind of thing. Sometimes when you look at Billboard, there would be an artist that just released an album, and in that album, that 10 songs have charted. I can think of Taylor Swift, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. That happens with them a decent amount of times they'll drop an album, and then in the top 100, they'll have 10 songs in the top 15. So you kind of have to, take that with a grain of salt. Like, oh, Taylor Swift just dropped a new album she's doing next in just a few weeks. So I'm going to expect that Billboard's going to be flooded with this new album songs. Similar, I didn't check a couple weeks ago when Sabrina Carpenter dropped her new album, but more than likely you'll have those 10-ish songs take up the top 15, top 20 of Billboard's top 100, and you have to filter through. Every year I see it with Christmas songs. Once after Halloween, you'll start seeing Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas is #1, and it's like every November, December, this is the #1 track. Like, come on, guys. So you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt, skipping over that. And I really, if I'm ever hired for a holiday party, maybe I'll play it, but knowing how overused, overplayed All I Want for Christmas Mariah Carey is, I tend to avoid it unless I have a backlash of people saying, you gotta play it, it's Christmas. And then most recently I started using, this one is I can't even pronounce the word, Mediabase. That one has a little bit more precise, where it's less biased than Billboard or Spotify. It can kind of take the aggregate of what is generally being played, and it takes more sources. So like if you're a science nerd like me that has a master's degree, and you do a meta-analysis, so that's what it does. It will look at many sources and then put it into that list for you there. Again, Ordinary is up there. Love Me Not is okay. That means it looks like I'm going to have to play it somehow. Love Me Not, so the kids are going to, kids these days, going to love Me Not. You can kind of see what is generally being played. Now that I have 4 different sources, you kind of get a gist like, all right, it looks like I'm going to have to play Love Me Not. Daisy's Justin Bieber, even though it's not 100% what I would like to see as danceable, a lot of people will know those songs, know that's the trending songs, and add those to the playlists. So, thank you for, this is the behind the scenes on how that I make playlists and what I do, how I do the research on how to figure out what are the top trending songs that people like. Thank you, and I'll see you for the next, consistently doing the next video, so making it one after another. Thanks, guys.